Greetings, YouTube. There are days I have a hard time remembering that we are in the year 2014. The day before Julian Evans' funeral was scheduled to happen in Tampa, Florida's New Hope Missionary Baptist Church, Evans' mother reportedly got a phone call from the pastor. Because the deceased was gay, he said, the church would have to cancel the funeral. Her response, Julie Ann Atwood, the mother's response was, "It was devastating. I did feel that it did feel like he was being denied the dignity of death." That's an apt phrasing of the process of the situation in hand. T.W. Jenkins, a pastor of the church, stood by the decision. And this is quoting from the NBC article where he was quoted. Jenkins said his church preaches against gay marriage. Quote, "Based on our preachings of the scripture, we would have been in error to allow the service in our church," Jenkins said. "I am not trying to condemn anyone's lifestyle, but at the same time, I'm a man of God and have to stand up for my principles." I believe the most important thing for Mr. Jenkins in this particular situation would be to base his scriptural readings upon what Jesus said about homosexuality. In fact, I think that should be the very core of all Christians' stance on the gay community. Base it on what Jesus himself said about the gay community, about homosexuality. Go ahead, look it up. And once you've looked it up, get back to me and tell me if you feel that would change your view of the scripture once you know what Jesus' opinion on homosexuality was. The mother continues, "This is 2014. This is not the 60s or the 70s," Caper told NBC. Oh, sorry, this is the deceased's husband. So at the end of the day, I just want his wrongdoing to be exposed. And the church discovered this when, during the publishing of the obituary, it was identified that Kendall Capers had been the husband of the deceased, and they had been together for 17 years. So this man was in a stable relationship, married, happy, died of a disease. What's the disease they called it? Amyloidosis, which I have no idea what it is. It sounds rare because I've never heard of it. Now, I've been in a similar situation because I lost a stepbrother to AIDS. And fortunately, my stepmother was able to acquire the services of a religious person. Even though Donnie himself did not want them, she could not bring herself to hold his interment in his wake without one, because he was not actually, there was no viewing or anything like that. He was cremated. So there was a very tidy situation, which I'll be doing. There'll be no viewing of me after I'm dead. If you folks want to look at me after I pass, I've got my videos. But I'm not quite sure what principles this man is trying to defend, because the way I'm reading this, the only principles he's defending are those of prejudice, bigotry, and hatred.